Live. This is Rennie in Boston here with Indie Film School.
Yo.
Coming to you from our loft.
I'm going to see, you entertain everyone. I'm going to step away for a second and see how it's going to Facebook.
We're checking on our live stream to see how it's going to Facebook because we really don't know. We're using Restream right now to make sure that works. This is brought to you by Spindthrift. Just kidding. It's not, but I really like how I'm color coordinated. So it might as well be.
I'm going to have to see. Yeah, it's definitely through mine.
That's okay. We can build Boston's brand. That's cool.
Well, that's not what it's about. Restream will only go through like my personal Facebook profile to our group. So,
it's all good.
So if you see me go live, it's Rennie and me. It's the moderators. So it says Boston McConaughey is live now, but it's like it's us. It's us.
We are one brand.
So to jump in, hi. There's like 7-8 people watching already. This is an Ask Me Anything. Ask a question.
We're doing something a little bit different today.
It doesn't matter who you are. Yeah.
We are doing an Ask Me Anything, Ask Us Anything situation. And if you guys don't ask us questions, we're going to ask each other questions.
Yeah.
Just to shake it up a little bit and have a little fun.
Yeah, this is definitely inspired from last week. We had people asking questions at the end, and we got a ton of questions. So I was like, oh, whoa. We ended up talking for another 10 minutes. So we just wanted to answer questions, filmmaking questions, life questions. You can ask about us. You can ask about the movies we've made, the movies we're making. You can ask about our favorite breakfast cereal. It doesn't really matter. So,
do you want to take that first one?
My friend wanted to know a non-ethical reason not to use cannibalism on current day society. Wait.
A non-ethical reason. So what's it?
To not use cannibalism.
It's gross.
As in
it like it would taste bad. That's a non-ethical. Just like
to not use. That's a double negative.
It's a double negative. It's messing with our brains a little bit.
Use cannibalism. Got it.
Storylands is now live streaming. Oh, that was you. That was you talking.
Yep.
Okay.
It's gross. So cannibalism is gross. So don't do it.
I would say
that's a pretty good one.
It would be like the time I ate cow tongue and didn't know I was eating cow tongue and was asked my mother, why does this hamburger taste so good? And then mid-bite, she told me what I was eating, and I literally like spewed food on the table because I was just like mentally overcome with I could not handle the fact that I was eating cow tongue.
All right, so Jonathan Swift's satire, A Modest Proposal, where he suggests the poor sell the children to be eaten. Okay, great.
We're getting crazy with these questions.
What would be the reasons against this? In a kind of moral-less vein, like what would be the argument against this argument that doesn't rely on perceptions and why cannibalism is wrong? Is there a biological risk? There actually is a biological risk to cannibalism, as I understand it. But
I'm clueless. I have no idea.
I've actually heard that first of all, human meat doesn't taste good. I've heard that very much. We don't actually, and one of the reasons we've evolved and had less predators is because we don't actually taste good. And so really from an aesthetic point of view, not a moral point of view or ethical point of view, cannibalism it's not good. It's not good tasting. So it would take a lot of work to make our meat taste good. We spend a lot of time figuring out how to make pork taste better, and pork and human have similar biological compounds. But,
is that why I don't like pork? I genuinely don't really like
pork.
The
is
taste
like
of pork.
It's like we've taken a meat that's as close to human and made it taste absolutely fantastic. Pork, bacon, ribs, they all come from the same magical animal.
Okay.
All right. Wow, we got a great lots of people attending.
We really
all right. Well, let's come. Ask us anything really. Any other questions? We're up for it.
Besides cannibalism.
No. We're not okay.
We're going there.
Yeah. How is it going? How do you recommend narrowing down what kind of filmmaking you'd like to do?
Let's answer the first question on how's it going. We were going to talk about this anyway. This is going to be a little bit a roundabout way to get to the second question.
Yep.
But Boston in particular has had a pretty tough day. Yeah. And do you want to tell everybody why?
Yeah, the Cliff Notes version is that for some reason or other, I have a server. And either the server didn't connect right away, or I opened up, I combined these two projects in DaVinci Resolve. The database corrupted And so, but I didn't know that. And I worked from noon until about 5:30. I took about an hour off for like a lunch break, went to the airport and dropped off family members and then came back. And anyway, long story short, 5:30, all of my work for the entire day was lost. It was a full vlog tutorial that I had done. So yeah, and then I came back and literally there was no I had to quit the program, open it back up. And when I opened it back up, and now mind you, I was hitting save every 5 to 10 minutes. Anyway, lost all of my work. So it's been really tough. And, and it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to jump back in and do it again. It'll take me slightly less time this time, but it'll probably take another 3 hours to get the vlog done. But you just got to keep going. So how am I doing? Fine. Just fine.
Okay. To answer the second question there, how would you recommend narrowing down what kind of filming you'd like to do? Well, I am thinking you're talking about yourself. Facebook user. Are they not telling their people's names? That's not helpful. Though I'm so sorry. I would like to use your name, but it's not telling us on the app that we're using, on the program that we're using. But I think it's a matter of just what do you like to shoot, or what do you like to? Peter. Hi, Peter. Hi, Pete. I think you go by Pete. What do you like to shoot? And actually, Pete, I wanted to ask you last week about, you said you had filmed like a car chase scene, and I wanted to know, was this just for fun? Was this for a commercial? Was this for, some sort of real piece or action, whatever? I'd love to know what it was for. But I think that we've narrowed down our interests over the years. For instance, we shot a dramatic short film. It's actually premiering right now at the Kansas City Film Festival, which was it was really, really fun. But for me, for a minute there, I was like, I just want to do comedy for a little bit, because that was really heavy. I had to go into a really dark place for a couple days, and it was exhausting emotionally. So I don't know if that's what you're getting at, but I think it's kind of like, do you want to do documentary? Do you want to do sci-fi action? Do you want to do lots of visual stuff with visual effects in it? Do you want to do commercials? Do you want to do comedy? Like, what do you love to do? And then hone in on that and figure it out. Boston, you love to do
funny stuff.
Funny stuff.
I think that in answer to the question, I think it's important, especially for filmmakers starting out. I remember how I was, try lots of stuff. Expose yourself to lots of possibilities. I was having a conversation with this college kid, and I was like, what do you want to do for like a career? And she was like, I think I want to work like on a college campus. I was like, yes, that is something you would think as a college student. It's like, oh, I look at what's around me. And she's like, I see working in the athletics department on a college campus. This is really fun. And it looks fun right now. But it's like, well, have you ever considered, there's like other sports, like she wants to do sports medicine. There's collegiate sports medicine, but then you could get into sports medicine for professional sports. Maybe it's professional hockey, maybe it's professional baseball. And there's like so many other job avenues out there. And I don't really know that industry, but I think the metaphor that I'm saying here is, if you expose yourself to more and more opportunities, you'll learn how huge the filmmaking world is, right? How huge not even just film, but like what, where video production can take you, where virtual video production can take you. I've had friends who went into film and then found themselves designing cinematics for video games, and it's just, the reality is, if you don't go out and try and be willing to just try things, collaborating with friends, or try something that you're like, oh, this sounds interesting. If there's a spark of curiosity to try something, go do it. And don't make an effort not to shut anything off. That's my thought, is because the more you try and the more different types of filmmaking you expose yourself to, the more you will start to figure out what really is your voice. And we talk about that a lot in our courses. It's finding your voice as a creator, because you need to find things that actually you really care about and that represent you, your interests. And that's what will keep you going day in, day out, even when all of your files are lost or all of your work is lost for a half a day. You just know that you love making vlogs about using apps with LiDAR sensors to create 3D models out of actual spaces. Like, that's your voice. That's your voice. And so you're going to just make that vlog again. Polycam app. Get it.
Mr. Oh no, we scrolled down to okay. So one of the questions was I was like Mr. Shark.
He's Destiny Girl.
Sharkland. This is Boston. He's asking our names, or she was a Mr. So I'm saying he, but they. My name is Rennie. You can find our work on our YouTube channel, Indie Film School, or you can look up my IMDb. I actually have some like Lifetime movies that I've been in that you can watch if you're in the right place at the right time. So, and we've got lots of short films, and you can go to storylands.com, .co. I should know our own website, and you can see our work there. So,
Alien Country. That is the big movie we've been working on for the last year. It's our biggest project. Last week, someone said, "What happened to Freakin' Rad?" So, Freakin' Rad, the show that we did on YouTube with sketches. We started doing longer form content. So rather than just YouTube sketches, we've gone into big feature films. Our first huge project was Alien Country. So we're in post-production on it. We shot it last year. We have a few more days we're shooting here in the spring as it gets warmer here in Utah, where we live. But ultimately, that's our big project. It's going to feel a lot like our sketch comedy in terms of pacing, in terms of some of the jokes, but it's going to be the biggest scope we've ever done. So if you are a fan of our YouTube content, you will be a fan of this movie. You have to check it out. Make sure to follow Alien Country. You can follow on social, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Alien Country Movie is the at.
Capono Bear has a really cool question that I feel like we're going to relate to. Yeah. I'm working on 2 separate projects, short films, and wondering if I should just focus one at a time. Advice?
My advice is find another project so you have 3 things
just
going.
Just have 3 going and toggle back and forth.
Then you'll be doing what my brain does. No, I had to talk with a friend about that, and it's like, yeah, having more than one project that you're focusing on can cause a lot of anxiety or stress.
I would say try to focus on one at a time if you can. Every situation is unique. I feel like we always have multiple projects going on just because we are also making a living through our filmmaking. So we're always, doing something to pay the bills and then something passionate on the side. So, and usually there's like 5 videos in the pipeline. So lots of things going on.
Yeah. I think that's okay. I think the other piece is for you, sorry, I didn't see your name. I want to talk to you personally.
Capono.
So yeah, and now it's not scrolling. Okay.
Can you tell our laptop is down
way
below
down
us?
there? Okay, so Capono Bear. What I would say is it's okay to work on 2 projects at the same time. All right, as long as you manage your time, and as long as you don't stress out because both of those are going to take longer to finish. And if that's okay, that's okay. If you have a deadline for one, focus on the deadline.
Yep.
And ultimately you have to prioritize. I have right now in my queue 4 huge projects. 4 projects. One of them is huge. The others are supplementary. But I had to figure out today sponsor video. That's what I'm working on. I'm going to spend my whole day and I'm going to get it done by 5:30. And I got it done. And then I lost all my work. And so now what am I going to do tonight after we're off the live stream? I'm going to do that work again because tomorrow then I can start on a sizzle reel that I have for a friend. And then I'm going to start on, and anyway, so I'm going to work on, but I had to prioritize these projects. And so, yeah, getting them out of the way helps you focus on the next one. And ultimately all of those things need to get shuffled off so that I can get back to editing for Alien Country, picture locking the sequences. And that's really what I'm excited about. But yeah, if you have deadlines, that's what you should focus on. If there aren't deadlines, make sure you work on them a little bit every day.
Bite-sized chunks.
And especially if you have collaborators, it would be it's frustrating to someone or a little bit, unkind. If you're the editor, for example, you're editing 2 projects for 2 different people and you're collaborating, you're like, oh, well, I'm just going to work on this one, and then you push somebody's other work until you're absolutely done with this. Like that might not be fair. So really manage your time and figure out what's the best situation where you can be fair to both people and set milestones for the projects as well. That's a big deal. So
we have a question from
Austin Ackerman.
Is Destiny Girl still continuing?
Yes, it's called Alien Country, and Destiny Girl has entered an alternate universe. She's no longer a Destiny Titan, she's actually just a girl in a small town in the Southwest American desert who finds out that she's unexpectedly pregnant. At the same time, she's trying to leave town. So she talks to her boyfriend and tells her, and he says, I'll support you. Unfortunately, they open up an alien portal. Aliens invade their town and they have to deal with it. So that's what Destiny Girl has sort of evolved into.
Destiny Girl was really, really fun.
It was.
It was really fun. It was a bit short-lived. We had big plans for it, and things don't always work out. So I would say that's a character type that I would love to play someday. Like I think playing an action star like that would be really, really cool.
The bottom line,
and I'm putting that into the universe.
Yeah. And the bottom line with that particular project was especially we were transitioning. Freaking Rad wasn't making enough money to keep it as a sustaining business, so the team had to get other work and go to other jobs. And one of the things that actually happened was we gave the costume to our costume designer, and I believe he actually sold it. So Destiny Girl, we shot a couple episodes, but we had to shut down what we were working on there and all go make money elsewhere. Because YouTube doesn't necessarily pay you a ton of money, especially if you have a larger team. So anyway, we figured out new business models, but again,
we tried to get sponsorship for those videos and it didn't work out. So that's okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Facebook user, have you, it's so fun. There's so many of you out there. Have either of you had any experience with music videos? These seem like a great way to create cinematic scenes that could vary in genres.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a great philosophy there. We do have experience in music videos.
Who asked this? This is interesting.
I have been in multiple music videos, and we have produced and directed multiple music videos. One of them, which was very cinematic, was on our buddy Alex Boye's channel. So you should go check out his song. Do you remember the name of that song?
Remember Me.
It was really fun. It's
called Remember Me.
It's a great song.
Yep.
Really good song. And very epic in the way we shot it, actually. I'm pretty proud of that video.
Yeah, so it was a what we might call it was off-world sci-fi. It was like a futuristic soldier who travels to portals to international space, to space stations in the future, kind of like Space Marine. It was like we actually ended up using a StarCraft Space Marine costume in it, which was pretty cool. But yeah, that was an interesting one. I think that music videos are absolutely that. You can do a lot of you can do a lot of visual things without necessarily having to deliver on a very tight, strict narrative, because the song is the narrative or the song is the motivation. So they can be very, very visual. If you're a cinematographer and you're looking for opportunities, that might be a perfect way to build your reel.
Go do it.
I think as directing, trying to direct narrative scenes without music is one of the best exercises you can do. So my reaction to music videos a lot of times is like, cool, I want to do a music video, but I also want to actually direct the scene. And we can use the music video to create other things. So I actually am talking to a friend about doing his music video, Trey Warner, hashtag. So he wants to do a music video, but I was talking to him about what could we do that would also be a really cool short that we could put together. And then we turn, we shoot some scenes and do it as a music video as well. No barking.
We have a couple dogs with us. They're
at our feet.
They're at our feet. So, Chip, can I come to your house?
Yeah. I love OMG guys. I just found out you guys are the Halo vs. Predator guys. That's so sick. We are.
That's us.
That was our OG video. That was our first viral video. It's like 10 million views or whatever now. Yeah, we really liked making that short back in the day. Like that's all we wanted to do. We just want to make epic, videos.
Really cool sci-fi content that people love.
Yeah,
and those were the way we got to Alien Country because eventually we wanted to make original content.
Chip asked, "Can I come to your house?"
Awkward silence. Awkward pause.
You can come to my house in Facebook Oculus Home.
There you go.
I'll let you come on over and we can play Oculus together.
You go.
Virtual home. Our little townhome is probably not like the open to the public. So that's a great question though. Is it worth it to make a quite good VFX CGI in low medium on probably on a low or medium end laptop. Is it worth it to make?
I think so.
Sure. I mean, I think the question
Unless
is,
you're scared your laptop's gonna crash all the time.
I think the question is, can you do it? Yes.
Save your work.
You can do you can do anything. Like what you could do quite literally would take a desktop computer 10 years ago, you can do on your cell phone today. So, you might say low, medium, and laptop, but there's more and more that you should be able to do. And whether you're just jumping into After Effects, whether you're using, well, I'm not going to go as far as to say you're going to use Nuke on a laptop, but whether you're using, some kind of higher end compositing software, ultimately you can push technology really far. I made a great vlog about it, which I lost all of the stuff about. Anyway, but we'll talk about that.
Theme of the day.
We'll talk about that at the end of the week.
You were saving your work. That's the part that's so
weird.
Frustrating and annoying.
Yeah. So, okay.
Any horror flicks? Says Brutalizer 131.
Wait. What about the new Meg? The new Meg Stallion featuring Jess Datip WAP remix. I don't know it. I don't know that music video.
I don't know the reference.
Right.
Sorry. I feel bad. Okay. Any horror flicks? I have been in horror movies. Yeah. Horror, as we're supposed to say.
What?
Yeah, horror. That's
Who says that?
No, it's like the proper standard American way to say horror. Horror. It's hard. I'm not even saying
I disagree.
It right. I'm not.
With whoever
I went to
said that.
college. Okay, I learned that in college.
I know, and your college professor was a liar.
I'm gonna horror. I'm saying it horribly.
Yeah.
I've been in a couple of those types of movies, and they are on my IMDb page. You're welcome to go check them out.
What was the apparition?
Apparition. I play a drunk mother who's not nice to her children.
You're gonna watch it, right? When
I have not seen it because I don't want to see myself be that person.
Oh, wow.
I'm in a movie called Friend Request. I was thinking about that movie today. I don't know why, because it was a while ago. But that actually has some pretty cool names in it. And what other horror movies have I been in? Anyway, you can go check out my IMDb page. It's I think if you go to renniegrames.com.
Funny. Someone was saying when I think of indie, or maybe they were saying, does indie movie mean Indian movie? Which India has a huge movie making scene. And I was actually, it's funny as it sounds, we were talking about companies and we're like, oh, what if indie was somehow incorporated into our film company's name? And then I was like, well, indie also reminds me of the West Indies, I feel like. I don't know even where exactly that is. Wow. Admitted it.
That's an old term.
Yeah, it's like the West Indies. Like
I feel like that's from like Christopher Columbus.
Papua New Guinea. It's time. Like West Indies. Like I don't know.
More than what.
Anyway, so I always feel like but indie has a Independence, the name, but we use indie, and then indie has connotations to both Indiana Jones to me, Indiana itself, indie as a location. But if we just think about it as independent, that's how it is. But it's interesting how words can create images or connotations in your mind. I've thought about this for branding all the time. Again, freaking rad, was an interesting brand.
West Indies is in the west of somewhere, duh.
Yep. All right.
Somebody said that they watched your 3D, what was it? It was up here. I wanted to say thank you for watching that and make you feel better, Boston, about your life. Sorry for the top of my head. Do you have...
Watch your Element 3D.
Your Element 3D that helped me a lot. So.
Yeah, that Element 3D tutorial did pretty well. I hoped it helped a lot of people figuring out how to composite objects. So it's funny how that video has like 300,000 views and the sketch itself has like 3,000 views. I don't know, maybe it has more now. But yeah, I wanted to do a whole series like that. Ultimately, I think that Element 3D is super awesome. I would rather use any kind of After Effects plugin to do more motion graphics type work than actually turning it into compositing software. I think there's better solutions for compositing. In fact, I'm even interested in Blender a little bit recently. I'm looking for like low budget solutions.
Somebody just mentioned it. Up, scrolling up.
Yeah, I think Blender might be a really good solution if you're looking for a cheap compositing option. But yeah, you gotta figure it all out. But yeah, it's actually not a bad one. I started using it the other day. It has improved vastly since when I used it however many years ago.
I'm blinking 4 times, you guys. I'm blinking all the time.
Do British websites use biscuits? I don't know.
Cookies.
Was that towards...
Biscuits or cookies? Guys, we're going to get giggly here soon.
That's so good.
I'm going on almost 12 hours of my workday. So.
I'm sure Mr. Chancellor or was it? Yeah.
Oh gosh, the comments are going so fast. I had something to respond to. There's a youngin, a newbie filmmaker who says he wants to make he or she. I'm starting out city stuff. I'm starting out in filmmaking, and I want to make a short movie, but I work at a fast food place, and I don't have the money to pay my friends hourly. What do I do?
Yeah, this is great.
This is a great question.
So to make sure we heard that clearly, so she's asking, or he, was it she? I don't know. Works at a fast food place, doesn't necessarily have money to pay people to work on the film, even like hourly. And generally, I'll say this in our industry, we don't pay necessarily by the hour. We usually pay by the day. So you have like a day rate is how people actually get paid on film sets usually, or they'll offer them a weekly rate if they're working for a number of weeks. So that's sort of how it works in the industry. And you know what though? That's okay if you don't have that kind of money. We talk about this in our producing course, in our writing course. One of the biggest things that you can do is offer someone something they're interested in. Money isn't the only motivator for filmmakers. Ultimately, if you're going to ask a favor of someone, you have to be conscious of their time. You have to be conscious of what you're doing. But if your favor involves something they really want, let's say, for example, your friend just purchased a camera, or someone you know just purchased a camera and they want to shoot a project. They don't have a script. They don't have a project. You do. You could say, look, you get to use your camera that you desperately want to film something with. I get to make this project. Do you want to work with me for free to make this project? If that's something they want, they will say, sure, you don't have to pay me hourly, daily, or weekly even. We will do this together, because it's something that mutually beneficial. Again, you can take that to the nth degree. It's like, hey, this is the first time you're ever going to work with Leonardo DiCaprio. You can come on this project, work for free. Just kidding. That probably won't happen when you're at that level. But no, really, you need to try to find something that has real value. And it's not just like, don't project that value and say, you have a new camera? Oh, I bet you'd love to shoot my thing. This will be really good for you and your career. No, really find out what they want and what they're looking to accomplish and see if you can provide an opportunity with your project for them to do that.
Amen.
Long-winded.
Yeah, we've traded a lot of work in the past to help our buddies make films and have them help us. So So I would just say, get excited about your project and find the people who are also excited about filmmaking and make something cool. You'll do great.
I recently made a apocalyptic sci-fi film, P-R-and-A-E. Premiere and After Effects by myself. Took me around 200 hours. The video's already in my channel homepage, titled COVID-30. Oh, cool.
Whoa,
cool.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, that
nice
sounds like a lot of work. Congratulations for just getting it done and posting it. That's like such a big step. That's really cool. All right. What do we got? Top 10 movie making tips. How to take advantage of.
We've got a troll. We've got a troll.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. We have so many filmmaking tips. Just go to our YouTube channel, Indie Film School, on YouTube, or we should put a top 10 list together. That would be good. But there's too many. There's too many to talk about. So I don't know that we could narrow it down to 10.
Yeah.
Be passionate about what you're making, because it'll have to get you through the days when you lose all your work. That's my number one.
Aw. So Maxwell, in response to your question, what is a troll? Someone who asks, someone who does things to get attention online, and is kind of making it hard for other people. That's generally how I would define a troll. Trolling literally is a fishing term where you like put your lure out the back of a fishing boat and just drive around, and you're just getting attention, trying to get those lure in those fish. So but I will say we'll do the top 10 advice I have for for filmmaking. Here's filmmaking tips. Tip number 1, learn how to tell a good story. Tip number 2, learn how to write a script. Those
Tip number 3, learn how to edit.
Yep. There you go.
You can get everything else to be done for you.
Yeah.
But if you can do those 3 things, you're golden.
Yeah.
But telling a good story is the number 1 thing.
Yeah. Tip number 4, be kind. Tip number 5, be aware of what people like, how you treat other people beyond just being kind, because your reputation is everything. Tip number 6, buy the full Indie Film School course.
Tip number 7, follow alienCountryMovie.com. No, just
Alien
at
Country
Alien Country
Movie.
Movie.
You can go to the .com too. Follow us. But yeah, tip number 8, honestly and wholeheartedly, find what you love. Find the movies that you love to tell, the things you do, and that might take time. Tip number 9, get some skills. That's not in order. You probably should get skills first. Look for opportunities to gain skills. We kind of added those into a couple of tips. And tip number 10, have fun. Great. There's top 10 tips. I don't know if really they're top 10. We threw it. We tried it. We went for it.
That was good. That was
all right.
good.
And then, of course, how do you get a sexy mohawk like Boston? It's not that hard. You just, blonde.
Got to start with sexy hair.
Yeah. If you have blonde hair, that's a plus. If you don't, that's okay. You literally you tell them to just shave everything to a 2 all the way back.
I gave you a mohawk haircut during COVID, during quarantine.
We sure did.
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it.
So awesome. Great. Let's see. Have you edited without a mouse? That's actually a really great question. I have. Sure. Trackpad. I've done that I've had to do that on remote locations. The first scene I edited from Alien Country, I may have edited without a mouse because we were at a remote location. I may have had a mouse, but I may have just done it with the trackpad. It's not ideal. It's not fun. I prefer editing with a mouse. I've even heard of people editing with a tablet and a pen before. I've seen people use that method. That's not something I've ever really done, but again, it might make some people might be faster.
I can't imagine doing that. That sounds awful.
It seems, I don't know. It could work. I actually really like using a stylus for lots of things, so it could work for some people, but I have. Have you?
Somebody wants to see your shirt. This is Trey Warner.
Trey Warner.
One of our actors in a movie. He's a musician. Go check out his music.
Is it? I wonder if it's actually like spitting out the green. You guys see green? I don't know if they do. I'm gonna turn it off.
Oh.
Here. Does this help? That might be better now. Now it's not green anymore. That was our focus peaking. We left it on so we can focus because we don't have a camera operator.
Was it focusing us on the whole time?
Maybe. Maybe there was always a little green. There we go. Trey Warner shirt. He played a role in our feature film, Alien Country. If you like our stuff on YouTube, you will love Alien Country. You're going to love this movie. It is absolutely hilarious. It is inspired by everything that we've enjoyed comedy, action-wise on YouTube. But we got a huge budget together. And we made this crazy movie.
In comparison to our YouTube videos.
Yes.
For
and
sure.
it was like, and so it is going to be like, it's just everything we do on YouTube that's good. Like if you aren't following at Alien Country Movie, what else are you doing? Because it's like the coolest thing you can possibly do.
You're scrolling through your phone anyway, so you might as well go over there.
Go right now. Go and like it. Like you're gonna like our movie, and we want people to see it. It's the coolest thing I've ever made. It's the coolest thing. Yeah, it will be the coolest movie we've ever made. It will be the best YouTube video style thing we've ever made. Only it's gonna be like 94 minutes long. So it'll be worth it because it's gonna have the pace of our YouTube stuff. For 94 minutes, it's going to be great.
All right, Boston. I'm going to ask you a question, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Cool.
What's something that people don't know about you as a human?
Yeah. Also, have you played Final Fantasy VII? Yes. What's something that people don't know about me as a human? An
interesting factoid.
Oh, where could I buy Alien Country when it comes out? Well, it will, of course, be on iTunes and all the usual.
I was going to say, we don't know yet.
Places. But yeah, we will probably have some sort of streaming deal, so you might be able to see it streaming.
We'll let everybody know. We're going to let all the people know on all the platforms that we're ever on for a long time.
Can I ask you this? And it might be Pete, I don't know. Can you, have you purchased movies, like single movies in the last little while? That's something I've been thinking about.
That's something we've been talking about because we don't feel like there's a culture of actually purchasing movies anymore.
At least in the United States, we purchase curated libraries of films. We don't purchase individual films as much. Although the last movie we did purchase was Love and Monsters. Was Love and Monsters, which was a fun film.
Oh, I like this question. Yeah. What was the best part so far of filming Alien Country?
Ooh.
That's a really fun question. There were so many fun days. For me, we went up a canyon in southern Utah called Leprechaun Canyon, and it was so amazing to shoot there, very peaceful. And I think part of the reason why I loved it so much, not only was it like the coolest location ever because of the slots and the red rock, but I didn't have phone reception, so I didn't have to be a producer on set. I had to just be an actress. And it was really fun. We were doing a chase scene the whole time, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite part of filming Alien Country?
There's a couple great moments. Scene one, day one with our lead actor, Casey Clyde, who played Jimmy. He delivered such a great performance on one take that I knew at that moment that everything I hoped this film would be had the potential to be. In other words, I looked at him, I watched his performance, and I said, he's going to carry this film, and this film is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
And that having that moment on day one was by far the greatest way to set the tone for the film, and it became the reality. And ultimately, we had all kinds of fun things. We had a motorcycle chase sequence that we shot that was really fun. We had, running through the Red Rock Desert, which was fun for me to do because I didn't have to run. And then there was, but there was other, there was chasing, there was alien chase in a barn. There was some stuff, there was a lot of really, really fun stuff. We did a bar fight.
That was intense. David, thank you for the question. Yeah. That was really wonderful of you to ask.
But yeah, I think that setting that tone on day one was probably one of the best moments of the film for me.
So people are talking that they own Blu-rays if they absolutely love the movie. Yeah. Well, you guys are going to absolutely love Alien Country, so there you go.
Yeah, and I think like having behind the scenes content, supplementary content is something that we want to pay for, and we're almost paying for that when we own. Like I have the Alien quadrilogy was this packet, but it came with the making of Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and probably Alien Resurrection, but anyway, it's fine. The original trilogy of the Alien series is just fantastic, and so I got the box set. Of course, this was still when you would buy DVDs anyway, but having all the ancillary content of how it was made, director's commentary, I just love that stuff. I love learning that process, and so we're definitely going to put together lots of anthology content like that for Alien Country, but it's really for you guys so that you can enjoy seeing how it's crafted, seeing how it's made, if that's something you're into.
Pete, I like this question. Can I, Rennie, cry on cue? I can cry mainly on cue, but maybe not a single tear. I don't know that's never been actually demanded of me. I've heard of other actresses having to do that, like the one tear on cue. I'm going to tell you a little trick though. If you breathe like you do when you cry, you will start to cry. Boston's going to start crying. He's discovered that he can cry on cue. But you know how a little actor pro tip, you know how your breathing changes when you cry, like a real cry. If you actually mimic that type of breathing, you can incite yourself to cry. So, but I've had to like be in an emotional state for upwards of 6 to 8 hours sometimes.
No, you can't laugh because it'll ruin it. Would you do that to another actor on set? I'm so close.
I would put my earbuds in and I would listen to music and tune everything else out so that I can cry on cue.
I'll get there. I can do this.
But I don't want to have to be silent. You're just
no. You can do your thing. Just don't laugh at me. So you laughed at me and I like threw everything. I had the vibe. You can even see the tear welling in my eye at this moment. But anyway, yeah. Oh, I can wipe it away though.
Okay, yeah. There you go. That gets you going. Cool. Crying on cue. That's fun.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you guys, I actually still have a meeting after this meeting tonight. We're going on upwards of a 13-hour day for Rennie here. I get to attend a film festival live, or not live, but over Zoom. So I'm going to go prep for that here quickly. Thank you, everybody, for participating. This was really fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do this more often because it went really
to
well.
We won't do these every week, but we'll definitely do a couple, maybe once a month we'll do an Ask Me Anything. We'd love hearing from all you. And
all you have to do is think about the work that you lost today, and then you'll just be like bawling.
I'll just be like despondent at that point. So.
All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us in our loft on a Tuesday night. We will be here again. Well, actually, next Tuesday, we're going to do this next Wednesday because we are working professionals and Boston has a gig next Tuesday. And I don't know that we'll be up for the live stream. He won't be around. So,
well, thank you so much for the top commenters, Kisley and Brave Bushido and
Pete and David. Thank you so much.
Also known as Hunkoso Films. Yep. Adding my name so you know who it is. We know you were here. You're awesome. So yeah, thanks everyone for contributing and asking questions. It makes it so rewarding for us to have the feedback to know that we're helping. Hit us up with any filmmaking questions you have. Also, a big shout out to Samuel Abraham. I think it's Samuel Abraham. He took one of our master classes. Just posted today on our Facebook page that he was able to make a short film. He made his first short film after taking our screenwriting and story development masterclass. And now he's working on a TV show pilot. In fact, I think they're kickstarting a little bit of their funds. Seriously? He's based in Italy. But yeah, so had a really good thing. Yeah.
My heart.
I know. Aww. So he posted about that in the group today. So congratulations, amazing. Samuel, for all your work and everything paying off.
If you're not following Alien Country, go follow Alien Country Movie. Yep. We will see you next week.
All right, take care.
See you later.